Hey kids, Inverted Cow here. Welcome back to Empyreon Ultimate Iron Man. We are situated here on Democulus, level 18, 174 kills, 0 deaths. We're looking to extend our undead kill streak and take on the weekly mission. I said B menu, please. Thank you. Wipe out the factory, I believe it is. Abandoned factory. I have done is I've parked the almighty battle cruiser over here. And taken the hover vessel out and thinned out some of the crabby guys that are hanging around outside here, the arachnids. However, it is hailing currently. Stepping outside in this will instantly result in injuries. Which we really don't want to have to deal with. Now, I have been sending the drone in here and poking around a little bit. Oh, you're back. Those little arachnids are a pain in the ass. And I've realized there's a few things that we have to deal with. First off, the flat plate spawners are indestructible. So we're going to have to build something around these. KnowItAll says that these drones will not become hostile when I core this base. I haven't gone into creative or anything to try that, test that theory, but I might. But we'll see. I mean, I might just play it and see what happens. There is some indestructible flat plate spawners in here somewhere. There. This one. Just so you know, they don't all have to be metal grates. But I don't see anything in here. I didn't see any switches or anything in here that really warranted me coming into this room for any reason whatsoever. Apart from maybe looting those boxes and that kind of crap, but that's really not something I'm interested in. So that door, oops, don't walk forward. That door is also something I might have to block off, because I don't want anything coming out of that door and shooting me. I didn't see any other flat plate spawners in here. I believe that the other spot they used to be is here on this walkway. Although I have seen them in other weird places. So we have to keep our eyes open for that. And again, nothing is destructible, so that's going to make it challenging. However, I did notice a few things were destructible, such as this little shortcut here. These walkways are destructible. I'm hoping that means that the gun turrets are destructible and or if nothing else, I can get down there and shut them off. But I'd rather knock them out completely. So that's going to be the way I'm going to come in. But I'm going to have to do is block this doorway as well, because I've had nightmares and stuff come wandering up here. It's funny because my gun turret over here, this little point defense turret, will all of a sudden open fire, and there'll be a dead nightmare or scorpion or something walking around up here, and it'll be kind of amusing. So, what have I done to do this? Well, I went into my creative mode and I made a whole bunch of little things. Wall starters are basically just a little plastic block nothing fancy. A command bunker. This is literally as it says. It is a bunker, all around combat steel, a cannon turret on the top of it, a little cockpit so you can control the turret if you need to. It's even got a spotlight on it to shine down a hallway, and healing station, all the stuff that you basically need on a hover vessel. I made a couple of sets of doors. These are the 2 wide doors. They're spaced fairly well apart, so if I wanted to put them around something, I could, or if I wanted to put them down and wall up something, I can. These are closer together. One's a shutter, the other is a door, so I can put them down and shutter off a thing. A med bay, which is exactly that. It's nothing but the medical station. I'm not sure if this still works or not, but you drop one of these down and you can get yourself some quick heals without having to fart around. A way station is another, basically it's a powered spot, oxygen, constructor, a couple of cargo storage boxes, armor locker, all the junk that you need to keep yourself functioning. And then I made basically a weapons turret. It's just a machine gun or a minigun with a core, generator, fuel tank, and armor or ammo box. The other thing I did is I went and I dug out the old tunnel tank. Now I made the original ages ago, but the tunnel tank is a small vessel. It's basically 2 blocks wide. Has a rocket launcher on it, and it's not very long. It's not very big. It's smaller than an average cargo box, so it should theoretically fit through doorways. I did put the angled armor wall pieces on the side, so if there's a problem going through a doorway, it's because it's probably saying it's 4 blocks wide, in which case I have to just trim some blocks. So I'm hoping I don't have to drag this out, but I might anyway, just to give myself a little bit of a extra bit of armor going through here. Cold wave. I'm not even sure I want to know. Now I've had the ship cranking out here in the cargo boxes, producing some combat steel and steel blocks. I believe I've got, and then a whole whack of railings. I mean, I can just build a wall using railings. So, like, these are cheap. And most of these are salvage. So I'm not going to lose any sleep if I end up losing them or they get multi-tooled. Yeah, more steel blocks. I got a bunch of steel blocks and plastic blocks. I've also made a whole whack of ammunition, plus some rockets for my the epic rocket launcher that I found. So I'm relying on basically a epic assault rifle, a minigun, the sniper's rifle, maybe not so much, and the shotgun. Although I don't have any shotgun ammo, I'm going to have to crank up some of that as well, I guess. And all the little tricks and tools and gadgets and gizmos that I can come up with in order to get through this thing. So there's the plan. Now for the execution of the plan. That's going to be the fun part. So right now we're just a few minutes in. I'm expecting this to take a couple of hours. So there's probably going to be a whole whack of cutting and editing and snippets and stuff. So I'm going to cut here. I'll bring it back after I have defended this upper deck so that I'm not going to get basically assaulted by a swarm of hostile scorpions or anything right off the top. And I'll pick it up when I get into the base and have hopefully knocked down those walkway blocks down in that lower tunnel, and yeah, we'll see where we're at. Here goes nothing. Alright, we're committed now. Okay, the gun turrets are breakable, but they seem to be completely ignoring the drone. Which is... oh. I was going to say which is not good, but I guess it just took them a bit of time to see the drone. Okay, let's send the drone back in there and see if we get their attention. I want to get that one at least aiming away from me here. You're both aiming back over this way. There you go. Alright, here goes nothing. One down. That's two down. So far, so good. Now from the safety of our little bunker here. I know down this hallway there is a spawner and one of these little drone thingy things. The thing that worries me is that spawner is going to be making these screaming nightmares. And they have some nasty reach. This thing I'm not so worried about, but that I am. Kind of thinking I might go this way. Why do these things always seem to want to face in the opposite direction that you're facing, eh? I suppose I can get you to turn around, could I? Should. With the new abilities of these things to climb walls, it makes it very difficult to decide how big to make something. I figure if I can make it a little difficult for the drone to get through, my other big concern is I'm going to run out of food before I get this mission done because of the bloody amount of time I got to fart around with this stuff. Alright, let's give me a little bit of gas. Just going to take one of those and cargo box. 1, take that. And power that on. All right, let's see what happens when we look down that hallway. Trying to do is get that spawn happening. I need that multi-boost. Is that everybody? Oh, one more good-looking chick wandering around over here. Come here, sweet cheeks. Okay. Theoretically, that should secure this hallway to some degree. And we'll see what lies ahead. Okay, our next objective is to get past that turret and the one down at the end there. It looks like I have a robot drone already spawned from that spawner. And I know there's a couple of spawners up and right there that I'm going to have to deal with. So getting past that isn't going to be the hard part. Now don't forget, the more that they can track back towards me, the better chance I have of them running into... Whoops. The better chance I have of them running into something that I have to fight. So I don't want them tracking towards me at all, or I want to eliminate avenues of approach as much as I can. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just literally going to put down a basic, simple wall. And I'm going to try... fairly close to that. Dealing with those turrets will be a bit of an issue, but I have to try to prevent quit shooting at me, please. At least long enough for me to throw this. Okay, they don't have line of sight, which should give me a bit of an advantage. So we'll just clean this thing up a bit and then we'll move forward. Should cut back on the spawns. That should cut back on those. Take that ammo, I'm going to need it. Okay. Now I'm not going to bother wasting time trying to search barrels or loot, but I'm going to ignore this spawner and basically everything down this staircase now. So nothing should be able to come up at me. Our next objective is to get through this doorway. Now here's the real problem, the tricky problem. This is a trap door right there, like that block is a trap door. I want to trigger it, but I don't want to be on top of it when it triggers. I'm not sure if I can jump over it or not. That's what I'm thinking I might try to do. So here goes death. Oh, you bastard. He didn't trigger it. Can I just get... There we go. Close enough to activate it, but not close enough to do anything with it. Now this walkway is also breakable. Inside this room up ahead is a whole whack of pain-filled stuff. So we're not going to try to go in there. I want to try to get back over this. So here goes nothing. Alright, let's send the drone down there. Now, directly underneath me here is another trapdoor. Right, basically right there. And a whole whack of these lovely ladies who want to cause me all kinds of pain. There's also another one of these. So the question is, how do we deal with the turret? The lovely ladies. And the trapdoor. Oh, damn it. I want to get down right next to that turret base. Come on, turn on that. Very nice. So we have eliminated the hostiles coming through that way. Now we're just going to wall this up a little bit more. That should hopefully slow them down coming through this way. I don't know if they can climb a full block high or not, but that's that. And then I don't know. Okay, I can't access this door, so I don't know if they can access this door. So now, theoretically, this room should now be secure. Because once I jump down there, there's no way out. Not worried about either of those things. What I am worried about is this. Number one, please. Thank you. This trap door right here-ish. Where are you? Right there. Let's see again if I can trigger it without actually stepping in it. There we go. Oh, I got the lovely ladies coming in here. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just throw a little bit more ammo. In there.